Hello. So I wanted to hop on and just kick back with you a little bit and talk kind of some things that I've been going through personally. So right now, the majority of my time is spent cleansing and writing the upcoming book, Trying to Make It. I bring up the cleansing topic because it is like the first real exercise in self-discipline that I've committed to in a few years. And I decided to do this because it's something I wanted to do for a long time. And I did different kinds of cleansing years ago when I was in my holistic junkie phase. And I did it with this real need to fix myself. And this time I had much different intentions with it. One of those was to really set up some self-discipline in my life that supported me getting in healthy habits and routines that would set the foundation for me doing the kind of work that I want to do in this world. You know, right now it's me sitting in here in the succulent jungle with my kitty cat and I'm writing these books. And, you know, I'm sharing a little bit on social media, but, you know, I'm doing a lot of phone cleanses and I'm doing health cleanses and I'm really like setting myself up to function on a bigger scale, you know, to be a healthy, energetic life force that's able to give to people with, you know, my presence and my clarity and my energy, and also to really have a confidence within my body with strength. And the word energy just keeps coming up because I think of, you know, if I'm teaching workshops or I'm, you know, filming on video, or if I'm doing a live video, or I'm up on a stage, or I'm doing a book reading, you know, all these things require a lot of presence. And especially for someone like me who, like, when I'm around a lot of people, it expels a lot of energy for me. Like, even I notice filming video does that now. Is I have to be able to have certain practices for me to recoup and re-energize so that I can keep going, and this becomes a sustainable lifestyle that can grow and expand and really blossom. And you know, for years I tried different kinds of routines and things like, you know, power performance kind of things to really get to try to get some kind of like morning routine in place, or, you know, even that kind of self-discipline aspect where I have certain practices and things I go to that really like keep me like moving forward and in a space of like creativity that can be channeled into my work. And so this has been the first time, like, in this cleanse, I have to take a solution once every hour for 8 hours in the day. So I eat like you eat breakfast and there's like 4 hours of taking the solution, and then you can have lunch and there's like another 4 hours. So it's, you know, I'm only eating at certain times, and every single hour in the day an alarm goes off for me to take the solution. Yesterday I had the first day of this where I was like, wow, this is fucking annoying. Like, this is mundane as shit. This is totally monotonous. This is like eating up my whole life. The starting protocol was 7 days long, and I'm now in the, you know, the main protocol, and I'm on day 4 of 21. And part of it feels like, oh my gosh, this is my life now. You know, all I do is take the solution, and it has shifted things in my body that have been really interesting. Like, I have had crazy, like, different pains in my body that have passed through, and not the kind of pain where you're like, oh, something's wrong. Although I have had those afraid moments where the fear kicks in and I'm like, what if something is seriously wrong with me that it's fixing and I have some very serious, you know, disease or whatever. But I felt like different pains. Like one day I was feeling it like on the inside of this wrist, then it totally went away, and I was feeling it on the other side. I was feeling it in all different parts, like this intense pain where it feels like the solution is like really working at breaking apart and like cleaning out, you know, oxidizing whatever it is that's going on in there. So it's been interesting to feel physically. And it's completely shifted like my appetite and my hunger. You know, like the first 5 days of this were very physically and mentally challenging because I was so hungry. I was used to eating all the time. I would just be like sitting around all the time snacking and just eating constantly. So I would never actually feel hunger, actual hunger. And so in the first day, it would be a half an hour after I ate breakfast and I would be starving. And that was a real challenge. I could barely concentrate or think in those first days. It was all consuming. And then it just started to shift, and I'll still feel hunger like here and there. But, then I like go to eat my meal, and it's just like a regular sized meal, and it's all like clean whole foods, and then I'm done. Like, I don't want to overeat or anything. Like, my appetite is totally like regulated with what's going on in my body, because I just tend to eat more than I need to eat. And so with this, it's like I haven't even had the urge. It's been pretty wild to experience that, and to really just stick with something. I think that's one of the overarching things that I really want to just experience with this is the experience of follow through. Because even right now, I'm working on the book Trying to Make It, and it's been over a year since I started writing this book. I'm almost halfway through the writing of it, and it's going wonderfully. That sounded very not excited. It's going wonderfully. It really is going wonderfully, and I'm very proud of the book, and I keep on working at it. But even my writing, getting in more of a discipline with my writing, is something that I really am working on and want to, be able to sit down every day and write. Because I talk myself out of it all the time with all these different people that I've put in my mind, like telling me that I can't do it or it's not good enough or whatever. So then it's like I talk myself out of it before I even start, and I'll like go procrastinate and do something else. So the amount that I would like to be writing on a regular basis, I would like to be much, 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 much higher and build that foundation. And so I have had experience over the years with like using food and cleansing and holistic life to really like challenge myself to exercise a gentle determination with setting in place certain practices that I want to be the foundation of how I function in my days. And so starting with a cleanse and with food where I have a lot of knowledge and experience is an easy way for me to set something like that in place. And so I start there because it's something I know how to do, I'm familiar with, and I can handle that. And then I can prove to myself, okay, like this is something that's, you can do this. It builds confidence and momentum. And so it dovetails into other things. Healthy choices breeds other healthy choices. And so that's where I'm at with that. And, like part of me, like when it comes to like fears, is how I'm going to kind of structure my days when I'm done with this. Something I've noticed that I really like about it is that it does give me a structure. Even though it's kind of like monotonous having this 8-hour block, it's gotten me motivated to get up earlier in the morning because I want to start so that I'm not eating my dinner at 10:30 at night. So I'll get up earlier in the morning, and it gives me a pace to my day where like I stand up every hour when I'm writing, and I feel more of like a sense of like urgency, but like a very subtle urgency where it's like, okay, I can concentrate on this for an hour and then I get a chance to get up. I can concentrate on this for an hour and then I get a chance to get up. And so that's been really wonderful. But I don't know if I want to live my life where like an alarm is going off every single hour. So I have a lot of questions, a lot of things kind of turning around for me as far as, how I want to function creatively and how that's going to work when there's more components in the mix. And obviously those are things I can't control at this point, whether I'm traveling to like, spread the word, like doing a book tour or something, or whatever it may be, those things will have to those answers will come in time. But as far as like my immediate environment and how I want to structure my days, like I do have some questions about that, because I don't want to do something like I've done in the past is like to come off like a cleansing period and then make all these like exceptions, like, oh, now I want this and this and this and this, and it's like, well, yeah, you know. I really want to be like rooted in like healthy eating, because my skin, you know, as someone with psoriasis, this is just something that is like constantly present in my life. And whether it be like a flaking scalp or flaky ears, like, you know, I've noticed actually I had this spot under my eyebrow when I first started clean eating, about a little over 2 weeks ago. I had this like spot under my eyebrow, and now it's just starting to go away. And this has been after only a couple of weeks of like really eating just very clean, simple whole foods. That I've been very satisfied, very nourished, like with the meals that I've had. And I know so many variations, so many options that I can have that, you know, I'm good with that, you know. Even incorporating the variety and clean eating and stuff like that, and being creative with it. But, you know, I have so many reasons like to do it, and it's just amazing to see like even something like that having a spot that was here only a couple weeks ago, now it's just kind of going away on its own, is like, for me, there is very tangible result, you know, so that feels good. I think I was saying something totally different and I got a tangent, but oops, whatever. So anyways, I just want to touch base with you on that today, and I hope you are doing well. And yeah, I touch base with you guys every month via email, and I'm going to switch up my email format a little bit this month, and, you know, maybe tell a little story, but I always send out a book excerpt from the upcoming book, trying to make it so you can join us on ELYSEHUGHES.com if you want to join our little budding email community. And all the links are down below to find me in my usual hangouts, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.